you guys, it's gonna get nerdy up in here. Oh gosh, this is gonna be a pretty nerdy video. So if you are a casual lover of Broadway, look away. I don't want your delicate sensitivities to be like, oh, she's actually crazy. She's like a massive fangirl now, we get it. Because that's what's about to happen. Hey you guys, what's up? It's me, Catherine, and today we're finally gonna do it. Unpopular musical theater opinions. I'm gonna share my top 3 unpopular love-related musical theater opinions. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. My name is Katherine Steele and I put out a new theater-related video on every Theater Thursday, plus I do bonus uploads throughout the week. So if you haven't already and you'd like to, go ahead and hit subscribe. That way you get notified for all future videos and you get to join the Theater Thursday fam. First we take over Broadway and then the world. This isn't jarring at all. This is fun, right guys? If you want to follow me on other social media platforms, I am Kath_Steele on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. It's a good time. So let's hop into this video. Quick disclaimer! If you want to disagree with me, I totally understand. These are unpopular musical theater opinions for a reason. If the Theater Thursday fam wants to engage in a friendly debate, that's totally cool. I just ask that you keep it nice and civil in the comments down below. It's art. There's no right or wrong answer. We're allowed to have our own opinions about it. That's what makes art so cool. So let's get into the video. My first unpopular opinion regarding love in musical theater: I ship Marius and Cosette, and I wholeheartedly am against Eponine and Marius getting together. And I am especially against Marius and Enjolras getting together, but I am very okay with Enjolras and Grantaire getting together. That was a joke, but not really. But my actual opinion is that I really don't ship Eponine and Marius, and I know a lot of people who are like very pro Eponine and Marius. Marius just wants a friend. I don't think he leads Eponine on. I feel bad for her because I know what it's like to be the girl that has a crush on a guy friend and they just see you as friends. I get that. But the same way that I've had guy friends who have liked me and that I haven't liked them in that way, I can understand that. I understand that from Marius's point of view. And it's uncomfortable. And he doesn't owe her anything, you know? A lot of people think that Marius is leading Eponine on, or that Eponine deserves something from him for being such a loyal friend and always loving him more than Cosette ever will. And I think that you're allowed to be friends with someone without having, you know, a romantic attraction to them. I know that a lot of people really hate Cosette. As you guys know from my top Broadway dream roles, which if you haven't watched that video, I'll put it in the description. It's a lot of fun. We had a great time in the comments over there. Oh my gosh, I love reading your dream roles. Just side note, I'm a big Cosette fan. I know that a lot of people don't like Cosette, but I think it's because a lot of people don't understand her. And I could do a whole separate video on why I love Cosette so much, but I think one thing that's important to remember about Cosette is that she grew up for like the first 10 years of her life horribly abused and mistreated, and still grew up to be this happy, charitable, helpful, kind young woman. So I think Cosette's pretty incredible. In the same vein, my second unpopular musical theater shipping opinion: Christine and Raoul are my OTP. There. Said it. I really don't understand, to me, people, you can't see me, but I have my knees up and I have my elbows resting on my knees. I'm doing this thing. I do not understand people who ship Phantom and Christine. I just don't get it. Maybe it's because when I did Phantom and I was analyzing the show so seriously, I realized how upsetting the undertones in their relationship obviously were. I understand that the Phantom, aka Eric, has, you know, lived a life alone and has zero self-esteem and, you know, whatever. He manipulates Christine on multiple occasions. He's using her vulnerability of not having a dad, and he's using that to try to hook up with her. First off, ew. Second off, true love doesn't manipulate. That's not real. That's selfish. It's not right. I don't know. It really, really bothers me. Again, I know that a lot of people hate Raoul. I love Raoul. I think that he is a little bit misguided. I think that just might be my own opinions about Christine also getting in there from that, analysis. For instance, during All I Ask of You, when he says, "Let me be your freedom, let me be your light," he obviously wants to be the savior, and he thinks that it's his duty to protect Christine. But Christine is saying, all I want is freedom, that she doesn't need him to give her freedom. She has that on her own. She's not looking for someone who can do everything for her. She's looking for a partner to do things with, if that makes sense. And I think that Raul understands that pretty quickly within the course of the song, that by the end he's also saying, love me, that's all I ask of you. I don't need to control you. I don't need to be the savior in this situation. You can save yourself, but let's be saved together, if that makes sense. I don't think that the Phantom ever understands that. He keeps saying that she is, his only dream. I gave you my music. And to me, I don't think that the Phantom ever understands that. I think that he wants to be in like a very, very dominating position in his relationship with Christine. There's nothing partnershipy about it. Ooh. And one of you guys just messaged me, hey friends! And through that, I think that the Phantom's love, or at least desire for Christine, is very, very unhealthy, shocker, but also almost immature. I don't think that he really knows that much about Christine. I think that he's attracted to her voice. I think he thinks she's pretty, and I think that he's very, very invested in her because he's been training her and coaching her, and this is his magnum opus. This is what he can give to the world, this beautiful young soprano. Raul, on the other hand, has known Christine for years. They grew up together. It is cutesy. It's, their relationship might seem a little bit rushed. I think that it's at least better than being obsessive about it. Also, one of them made a wax figure of her, so I can't really condone that. And my final unpopular musical theater opinion for today, this is something that I mentioned, gosh, maybe like a year ago. I don't even know what video it was in, but I mentioned it in passing and you guys freaked out, and I loved it because one of my favorite shows to debate and talk about last 5 years, I'm finally gonna say it, I'm team Jamie. I think that both Jamie and Kathy are at fault for their, the crumbling of their marriage and their relationship and friendship, but if you're going to make me choose sides, I'm gonna side with Jamie. And let me just say first, nothing excuses cheating, to me at least. I think that cheating is despicable and gross and just really, really sad and kind of the biggest form of disrespect, in my mind. With all that being said, I still side with Jamie, and here's why. I think it's really, really interesting to analyze, go back into, chronologically speaking, if you set both of the songs, in order, even though the show is told out of order. So if you put Goodbye Until Tomorrow and then listen to Shiksa Goddess, and then if you, go in that order chronologically, you can see how the characters change and how the characters develop. Jamie changes. Jamie does become more arrogant, he becomes more confident, he becomes more business-minded, he grows up. My problem with Kathy is that I feel like she doesn't mature through the show. I also think that the most telling line in the entire show is when Jamie says, "No one can give you courage. No one can thicken your skin. I will not fail so you can be comfortable." And believe me, for years I was team Kathy and I couldn't understand Jamie at all. But now as I get older, I kind of get it. People do change, but only if they want to change. Jamie is repeatedly vocal about his concerns with he and Kathy's relationship through the show. He tells her that, and he kind of explains where he's coming from. He says that it is a courage problem. The way he says it isn't the nicest, I'll give him that, but he's at least communicating where his frustration is coming from. And even during Shmuel, he talks about, here's a new chance, I can give you this chance, but you need to be confident, it's your time, take your time, you need to take your time. Jamie can't do things for Kathy because that's not how a healthy relationship works. Going back to the Phantom thing, no one can do everything for you. You guys can do a lot of things, but you do it together. You don't do it, one person can't be responsible for lifting the other person up all the time. I know how exhausting it is. I forget what video it is, but I was watching an interview with Jason Robert Brown, and one of the biggest things he said about last 5 years is that the reason their relationship fails is a lack of communication, and I totally agree. And it's also them never being able to be at the same place with each other at the same time, which is literal and also figurative. That's why the show is told like out of order. I think that Kathy wanted to be saved by Jamie, and I think Jamie realized that no one can save you except for yourself. So there you guys go. Those are my top 3 relationship related unpopular musical theater opinions. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Again, if you guys want to talk about other unpopular opinions in the comments down below, I highly encourage that. Just be super nice and polite. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I love you so much. Break a leg, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!